Hey, it's Raul Colon from RaulColon.net and laughinggear.com, and I'm here to talk about something different other than theme parks and cruising. The main thing I want to talk about is what everybody's been talking about, the halftime Benito show. I did a quick video a few days ago of my quick reactions to it, but more importantly, one cool thing I saw today was I was on Instagram. Sorry to interrupt, but instead of continuing to talk, I want to show you the actual Instagram reel that I'm talking about and what the Bonaire government did that was really cool when it came to the Benito Bowl flag bearer of Bonaire.
Who is this guy? Help us find him. He carried Bonaire flag with pride, and now it's time for Bonaire to show him love. We're bringing him to the island.
So you just saw the video, and here are my thoughts on what the Bonaire Tourism Company did and how I think they were very effective. And the Bonaire Island, which is, I believe, the account on Instagram for the Bonaire Tourism Company. Bonaire is an island close to Venezuela in the southern part. It's part of the ABC Islands of Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao. And one cool thing they did was that during the halftime show, the Benito Bowl, like we like to call it, there were flag bearers representing every country of the Americas, right? Including the Caribbean, and some of the islands were, St. Kitts, Bonaire. And so one thing was that a lot of people got excited because they were able to see their flag represented, right? And Bonaire was one of those. The cool thing is when I look, I see, oh, wow, that person looks familiar, but maybe I know somebody that knows him because, I know a few people that worked in that production. So anyway, I said immediately, I'm like, how can I help them identify? But by the time I got there, the person who was the flag bearer had already been identified, right? So I think the Bonaire government is inviting him over, I don't know what the terms are. I don't know what they're going to offer him, but they're going to bring him over as a guest. And the cool thing is I've been following the work of the flag bearer since he was a little kid. He used to be a dancer for Julie Majoral's dance academy in Ponce. And we used to see him every Saturday dancing as a little kid in one of the hotels on the south part of the island. And Emmanuel López Alonso, he's been on Broadway. He's been dancing since he was a little kid. He's been in the movie In the Heights. He's done a ton of things. And I remember I wrote something about him years ago on my blog, outmaneuver.net, and I'll probably put a link to that, on the little documentary he did of his experience as being away from home, from Puerto Rico, during the pandemic, living in New York City, and what that was like. Great, something fell. We'll pick it up later. So when he did that, I caught up with him, I saw, and I realized he was doing a lot of cool things. Even cooler is that he was one of the flag bearers during the halftime show, right? He's an incredible dancer. So I think this is a good opportunity for other places to realize that you don't have to spend a lot of money, right? I'm a big critic of the Puerto Rico Tourism Company because they throw away a lot of money when there's so many talented people here that can actually do certain things without having to bring a celebrity in, right? But most importantly, I think one thing Benito did well, and Benito didn't get paid by the Puerto Rico Tourism Company, was create that urge to want to visit Puerto Rico. Did the Puerto Rico government take advantage of it? No, they're more focused on political antics. So one of the cool things I noticed after the Benito Bowl was everybody wanting to come to Puerto Rico. People who are from the island, people who are from the diaspora, Boricuas who've not visited in a while, and more importantly, people who've never been here. So I think the Puerto Rico Tourism Company dropped the ball. I don't think they've done anything because for them it's more important to push the people that have their ideals versus taking advantage of what Benito did and how Benito projected the country with the realities of it. And to bring people over, they didn't focus on that. But Bonaire jumped ahead and went ahead and created this really cool reel. And at this time when I'm looking at it, it has a good amount of views. I think it has almost 70,000 likes already. So Bonaire, small island, took the opportunity to invite the flag bearer. I think the coolest thing was seeing the people from Bonaire thanking Emmanuel. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. Emmanuel is an awesome creative artist, dancer. He's a good actor. And obviously I'm very biased because I've been watching him since he's a little kid. But the coolest thing is what Bonaire did, how a small tourism company can get attention and do so much good by just doing one simple act that's probably not going to cost them as much as probably buying a Super Bowl ad or trying to bring a celebrity into the equation. So I do consider Emmanuel somebody that's very talented, but I think it's genius. Have you seen any other countries or island nations or anything similar where they're inviting the flag bearers, I think Bonaire jumped the gun. If you see it, just leave a comment and let me know. But more importantly, it's more about creating community here in the Caribbean. Given the influence we have as a colony of the U.S., we don't have as much connection or communication with our sister islands around us. And Bonaire is only about a 45-minute flight, I think, from Puerto Rico, but you would have to go to Miami or somewhere else to make it down there, right? So I like this. I like how this unites us. I like how it's positive. And in a world where there's so many horrible things happening, I like to see this happening. And, you know, Bonaire, props to you. You did a good job. And Emmanuel, we're always proud of you. I think this is cool. I'm going to try to keep on doing these videos. It takes me a few minutes. I don't want to spend much time editing them, but more importantly, I want to start highlighting things that I want to see more of. And yeah, every once in a while, you're going to get criticism of things I want to see less, but let's focus on this win for Emmanuel, who, you know, not only did he get to experience the Super Bowl because of his talent, but he also is probably going to get to visit Bonaire based on the invitation the Bonaire government made. So my name is Raul Colon. You can find me on laughinggear.com, or you can go to our YouTube channel, Laughing Gear. So thanks again. And yeah, share your comments, share your thoughts, and let me know if anybody else is doing anything similar. And to finish this video, I wanted to make sure I shared some of the photos I took at Bonaire on my trip there when we stopped about 3 years ago when we were on the Disney Magic. It's a beautiful island. We were able to go to a location that was pretty much protected. We saw flamingos and we saw a bunch of stuff, but here are some photos I took of the family enjoying Bonaire, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.